Before we know it, the 2018 NFL season will be here, but there are already some coaches that are feeling the heat, and it's not from the summer sun.
It's so damn hot.
A coach being on the hot seat doesn't necessarily mean their season is doomed or that they're destined to get fired. Some of these coaches are going to use that heat to light a fire up under their team's ass and make a quick turnaround, while some of them won't make it to week 17.
You're fired!
Comment below with a coach that you think is going to get fired by the end of the year. It's more likely that Pete Carroll will be requested to retire rather than fired. But it's not unrealistic for the Seahawks to be considering a new head coach in 2019. Pete Carroll has allowed one of the deepest rosters in the league to wither away to Russell Wilson and just some other guys. The downfall of the Seahawks goes back to the interception in the Super Bowl, and they have not recovered since. They tried to change their identity to a pass-first offense, and it's just not who they are. Jason Garrett is only a year removed from Coach of the Year, and after a down season, he retained two coordinators that many thought didn't deserve the chance. Garrett might be able to use them as scapegoats this year if the Cowboys underachieve again, but Garrett's chances are definitely running out. This Cowboys roster has been too talented during his tenure for only one playoff win. The Packers missed the playoffs for the first time in a decade, so Mike McCarthy better have them ready to rebound. For a Super Bowl winning coach, McCarthy doesn't seem to get the credit some might think he deserves, but when you have who many consider the most talented player at the most important position in the game, people are going to expect greater results. As long as Aaron Rodgers stays healthy this year, the Packers should be better than last year, and he can keep his job. The Redskins are starting a new era, and they have hitched their wagon to Alex Smith. The defense is going to have to be the strong side of the ball for the offense to work. Gruden has earned the right to be able to try things out with Alex Smith this year and then get another shot with a QB prospect of his choice next year. But this dysfunctional front office may cut ties sooner than later if they don't get offensive production. Vance Joseph was almost one and done in Denver. He is a defensive guy, and the defense fell apart for them. Bradley Chubb could be the cure to their defensive woes, but the quarterback situation is still a concern. It's an unfair situation for Joseph to be in, but John Elway is an impatient guy and won't sit there in another down season for the Broncos without making sweeping changes. Adam Gase may have waited too long for a culture change in Miami. He's supposed to be an offensive genius, but if the offensive isn't productive this year, he might be looking for an offensive coordinator job in 2019. Ryan Tannehill is going to get a chance to rebound and could be a comeback player of the year candidate, but he's just as likely to be cut in the 2019 offseason after his restructure made it easier for the Dolphins to get out of his contract. Marvin Lewis is an annual member of the Coach's Hot Seat. In fact, he's the president of the Coach's Hot Seat Club, but somehow he sneaks past the guillotine every single year. I mean, Marvin Lewis has been the Bengals head coach for 15 years and has 0 playoff wins. 0! I really feel like this is his final chance though. It's too early for predictions, but one of my early predictions for 2018 is that the Bengals will completely fall apart and just do a clean sweep there. That means Marvin Lewis and Andy Dalton will both be replaced moving forward. Hue Jackson has gone 1-31 in 2 seasons as the Browns head coach. Any other team would have fired him after the first season, honestly, and this might seem like a conspiracy theory, but I believe that the Browns were low-key tanking in their 0-16 season. They needed the draft capital to make sure that they had a quick turnaround coming up. I don't think that Hue Jackson is as bad of a coach as his record shows, and we're really going to see them turn around this year and win, wait for it, like 6 or 7 games this year. Make sure you guys comment below with who you think is getting fired this year, and hit that like button and subscribe on your way out. And if you're feeling real frisky, share this with a friend who is a fan of the team that's about to have a coach firing bad season, and I will see you guys in the next video.